Good afternoon and welcome to a Monday edition of Nutmeg Sports on a Martin Luther King Day. Donald Eng here, glad to have you watching. Rob Adams is actually out of the building right now. He's down at the rinks in Shelton where he and I, and a couple of other folks, will be bringing you coverage later on today of live hockey between Trumbull and Massac on the boys hockey action. From the rinks in Shelton on the HN Network, Trumbull with a record of 3-3-2 in the FCAC Division 2. Massac is 3-4 in the SCC Division 3. Though you might think that a Division 2 versus a Division 3 game might not be competitive, both of them actually have identical 3-1 wins over Division 2 Massac. So we're looking forward to a competitive game. Rob Adams, me, John Kovac, a whole bunch of folks on hand to bring you coverage of that starting at about 4 o'clock. First, though, we've got a lot to get to. Ridgefield and Greenwich. Girls basketball, sorry about that. Ridgefield took on the undefeated Greenwich Cardinals in a rematch of last year's FCAC championship. We had the game right here on the HN Network with a surprising outcome. So check out some of the highlights right now.
From Ridgefield High School, it's high school basketball on the HAN Network, and a good evening to you, everyone. I'm Rob Adams. Happy to have you along. Point Ridgefield lead. Here's Middlebrook, just inside the arc. Good. Julia Middlebrook and a timeout called by Chris Hernandez, a 5-point lead early on. Off to the far side, very patient, waiting over there is Meg O'Hara. O'Hara for three, that's strong, but the rebound, Elizabeth Middlebrook off glass, she hits. Made contact with Goleta, but no harm. Playing a little street, they'll go right side Benneville. Benneville fakes the three, here's Wolf down low, high off glassy, yes.
Great pivot and shot there with a defender draped over her.
Greenwich coming over to the near side, O'Hara feeds it back up top at the free throw line. That is good. Meg O'Hara has 8 points on the night, 50-37. Looking to her right, it's Welton. Welton left hand on the dribble. No look, goes all the way across. O'Hara, left wing foul line extended. She works the perimeter, lobs it down low, and gets it off. The battle between 21s, Lawrence and Wolf. Then Lawrence gets it back and puts it home.
And there Greenwich rushes the inbound, trying to catch Ridgefield sleeping, and pays for it.
62-37, Ridgefield on a 14-0 run right now.
That's just nuts.
No complaints, we've had a good time, and have the Ridgefield Tigers. This goes off glass, and they love it. Tinanen getting on the scoreboard with 6. 67-42 with one shot to go for Faison to Wolf, and it's over. A resounding victory for the Ridgefield Tigers tonight. They knock off the Greenwich Cardinals 67-42. Stunning.
So the Ridgefield Tigers with a big win over the previously undefeated Greenwich Cardinals. You saw that right here on the HAN Network. And speaking of girls sports, Darien New Canaan girls ice hockey squared off for the first time this season on Saturday. We actually had previewed the seasons with the captains of both teams during the HAN Winter Sports Tour, and we're going to give you a look at those right now.
Here, this is the girls hockey team at Darien High School with Dave Stewart. I'm Rob Adams, and Dave, this is a group we've seen on one field or another, or on some ice as well. We'll start on your end. They can introduce themselves.
A lot of good things going on here. Well, you introduce yourselves.
I'm Georgia Cassidy.
I'm Skylar Vandenbroek.
Chandler Kirby.
I'm Marissa Baker.
Marissa, all of you have played so well. I've enjoyed watching you all, whether it's on the ice or wherever else I've seen you. What's going to make this ice hockey team so good?
I think it's the hard work and dedication to the sport. We have a great group of seniors this year that's going to lead us far into the postseason.
I remember last year so well. You had such high expectations, and of course, it didn't quite end the way you wanted it to. And yes, we saw how it ended in the States, but I know you've got, again, expectations are very high. Where do you expect to wind up?
Well, we definitely have a lot of new, good underclassmen. They're a really strong class, both sophomores and freshmen. And last year we fell short. We lost in the state semifinals to Simsbury. So I definitely think we have some unfinished business. So one of our goals is to definitely get to the state championship this year.
You know, Georgia, you've been on this team for 4 years now, and obviously a lot of good things going on. What's it like to be a senior on a team like this?
It's sad, but it's exciting at the same time, and I think it's kind of a really good team to end off the career with, a really solid group of girls that I think we can do really well with.
What's it like being a captain on this team, Skylar?
It's an honor to be a captain. I remember it feels like yesterday that we were freshmen looking up to the captains, so now it's amazing to be able to lead the girls and give back to the program that gave so much to me.
Georgia, I saw on your sheet here, you've had a lot of great games over the years, but you wrote down as one of your favorite games beating New Canaan in the 2012 finals. Tell me about that game.
We were huge underdogs that year. They had beaten us like 7-1 in the regular season. Wow. So we went into that game with Lily Christensen as our captain, and she gave us nothing but positive thoughts and knew we could do it, and she believed in us, and we came out on top.
That was a great game. I remember that. Yeah, that was awesome.
Wait, Dave. Wait, hold on. Breaking news. Darien likes beating New Canaan?
Yeah.
I'm stunned at this one. All right, back down here, Marissa. Middlebury, great school. Congratulations.
Thank
What
you.
made you want to go there?
Probably because I can play ice hockey and field hockey there, and also I'm really excited for the academics.
Chandler, Michigan, outstanding as well. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Why Michigan, if that even needs to be asked?
Ann Arbor's a great town, and I just love the spirit and all the people there, so I'm really excited.
This is a cool team to watch, and we're going to see so much of them throughout the year, Dave, and I'm excited for them. They didn't make the state finals last year. It's not to rekindle any bad memories here, but we remember what that state final was like. Nobody should have walked away with a co-championship, and hopefully someone gets a title. Not that I'm rooting for these girls, but certainly wish them a lot of luck this year.
It would be definitely nice to see an FCAC team back in the state championship.
It certainly would be. We wish them a lot of luck. Best of luck this year.
Thank you.
Thank you all. And again, as I said to them off the air, some of these girls are field hockey players, some lacrosse players. An honor to watch them all play. Just great athletes, one and all. This is the ice hockey team. We will see plenty of them throughout the season right here on the HAN Network at Darien High School. All right, this one sounds like it's going to be an interesting chat here. We've got the girls ice hockey team at New Canaan High School with Dave Stewart down at the other end. I'm Rob Adams. Let's let them say hello, and then we'll chat with them. We'll start right here. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Kate McMahon.
I'm Catherine Granito.
Hi, I'm Mia Carroll.
All right, Kate, I'll start with you. Tell me about your head coach.
Rich Beelan. He's a good guy. I don't know what camera to look at, but I'm gonna go with that one. So Rich is he's been there for as long as I've been there, which is 4 years, and he's takes it. The program is because of him, and we love to see him every day. He's unfortunately not here today. I don't know where he is, but he's a great guy. He's a great coach. We listen to him, and that's some of our success right there. So
I don't know, Dave. They go too easy?
Yeah, a little bit, but we can go easy on him once in a while.
All right. Go. Well, let's go down to you.
Catherine, you're coming off a great field hockey season where you had the championship in there. What are your goals for this season?
I think the same thing as field hockey. Hopefully we will win FCACs. We didn't do that in field hockey, but we did win states, and I think we have a really good chance of doing that this year. Like I said, every game you have to show up as if it's going to be the hardest game you'll ever play. So we're excited.
One thing I noticed with this team over the years is that everybody's so connected, and the alumni. You've had your older sister on the team, Madzi, and everybody comes back for that alumni game. What's so fun about this team?
Honestly, girls hockey has always just been a family. Everyone's so close. You spend so much time with them, going to the far games and practices and everything. And I just think it's being on a smaller team like hockey. Really get to know everyone that much better and really enjoy spending time with everyone.
I'll hit you with the tough one now. Okay. The playoffs the last couple of years hasn't gone as great for you guys as it did in the past. Yeah. What is it very important for you to get back to where you've been in the past as a captain?
Yeah, definitely. As seniors, I think I speak for all of us, and I say we really want to finish our last season as strong as we started. Our freshman year, we went to the FCAC finals and state finals, and while we lost in FCS, we won states, and that's just one of the best feelings in the world, and I know we all are really looking to regain that title and hopefully come back this season and do it again.
Great to go out with a championship, right?
And Kate, I know that you obviously your team wants to do well, but it makes it even that much more difficult when that other team down the road that wears blue does well.
Yeah,
so tell me about that rivalry.
I take it from the perspective that we play every game like it's Darien. I mean, they like to say that that beating us is the new normal, but I'm looking to change that, honestly. We're excited. We saw them in the Jamboree, and we hope to bring it the next time we see them. I think we'll be nine games down the road when we see them next, but honestly, it's one of the games that we really look forward to, one of the games that we really hope people show up for, and it's something that you look forward to since like your freshman year playing Darien. We want to take it back, so.
And Catherine, not only did you note that you have new uniforms to wear, but you're going to go to the University of Michigan to play lacrosse. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's verbal, but thank you.
And you've obviously had success in other sports, but now you get to focus right here on ice hockey. It's going to be a big year for you.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love this team, and it's always so fun because it's so different from field hockey and lacrosse. Everyone's a family, so it's nice.
Going to be a big year for ice hockey here at New Canaan. We're looking forward to seeing them down the road. We thank them for joining us. And like I said, it's a fun interview. Had a good time with them. Good luck to them. We thank the Rams for joining us right here, ice hockey on the HAN Network.
All right, so there you have it. As we said, Darien and New Canaan girls hockey faced off for the first time this season on Saturday. We actually will have the rematch for you Friday here on the HAN Network, but in their first meeting, Darien defeated New Canaan 3-2 at the Darien ice rink. After the Wave dominated the first two periods, the action took a dramatic turn in favor of the Rams during the third. Darien outshot New Canaan 26-4 during the first two periods, but New Canaan then turned it around and outshot the Wave 14-2 over the final period, tying the game at 2 before Darien senior Georgia Cassidy scored the game winner with 3:21 remaining to give the Wave a 3-2 win at the Darien ice rink. We've got highlights and some game commentary courtesy of our buddy Steve Brono, who put together this video for the New Canaan Advertiser.
This HAN Network video is brought to you by Walter Stewart's Market.
Always a great team to be on. Hockey's one of the best seasons for me, and we have a very young team this year, but I definitely know that we are capable of a lot, and I think we proved that tonight. Their sticks were all in the crease. You could they were talking, they were chirping a lot. They had a lot of bodies in front of the net, and they had a lot of good shots, but they never were low. I mean, they were never high, so when we tried to block them, they'd always go to the feet, and I was worried about deflections, but we did a good job keeping them towards the outside of the net. We came out a little tentative, which was not ideal, but I mean, it's natural. We have a young team, and it's first time for a lot of these girls playing Darien, and as our big rival, it's always a great game, really intense, and I mean, it's a ton of fun. So the first two periods, they definitely outshot us. I think it was 26-4 for shots, and I mean, our goalie, Amanda Hill, really kept us in it, and we needed that. At the end of the second, it was 2-0, which was not ideal, but I was really proud of the way we came back in the third, and everyone just gave it their all. The third, and we tied it up, and then unfortunately we gave up one other goal. But I mean, I'm really proud of the way everyone hustled and everyone stayed in it.
So as we mentioned, the rematch is Friday, and we will have coverage on the HAN network. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have coverage. Talk about a disturbing incident after a basketball game down in Stamford, plus some football. Athletes of the Week also coming up. You're watching Nutmeg Sports on the HAN network. We'll be back after this.
Here at the Darien Sports Shop, we are very excited about our newly redesigned men's department. Gentlemen, if you're shopping for work, weekend, or wedding, we've got the latest styles and trends inside our spacious new department just for you. We have vast selections from Peter Millar, Vineyard Vines, Johnny O, Duckhead, Barber, and so much more. And you can even walk out of the store in the new Wolverine 1,000-mile men's boot. Conveniently located with free and easy parking at 1127 Post Road, Darien, Connecticut. Or shop us online at dariensport.com.
It's time to come back to hometown banking, where people are taken into account, not just balances. Where community comes first. A place where there's more than one kind of interest. Where automation will never replace consideration. Where they not only know your name, they know your dog's name too. It's time to expect more. It's time to bank well. Bank smart. Bank local. Bank well.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky. Join us for Coffee Break, weekdays at 11 to get the latest Connecticut news, weather, high school sports, and more. News doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break on the HAN network.
And just to clarify, the New Canaan-Darien girls ice hockey rematch is next Friday on the HAN network. Now we're going to go to a rather serious incident that happened following a basketball game in Stamford. According to reports, 2 Norwalk youths allegedly attacked following a high school game in Stamford on Friday, leading to the arrest of a Stamford teen, and police say there are more arrests on the way. The attack on the Brian McMahon High School students took place after a game between McMahon and Stamford High School at Stamford about 9 p.m. Friday. According to police said right after the game, 2 Norwalk youths were followed to their car by about 15 to 20 males. Police said they were confronted and asked if they were from Norwalk, and when they said yes, they were viciously attacked by the mob. Both victims were punched and kicked repeatedly. One victim was stabbed on the right side of his chest. The other sustained a serious dental injury. Both also received many lacerations and bruises from the attack, according to police. The 2 then made their way back to Norwalk and sought treatment at Norwalk Hospital. Police then contacted Stamford police and told them of the assault. Stamford police detectives, along with the Stamford High School resource officers, began investigating and quickly determined that the main aggressor was Malik Claiborne, 19 years old. He was arrested today and charged with second-degree assault and conspiracy to commit second-degree assault. And as we mentioned, police say more arrests are coming in that incident. 2 Norwalk youths attacked, one of them stabbed, one of them with some facial and dental injuries following a Norwalk versus McMahon basketball game. On to a happier topic. Tyler Matakevich, senior linebacker at Temple, is the 5th player from Connecticut to be named Player of the Year and earn first-team Walter Camp All-America honors. The others, Steve Young, Dwight Freeney, Aaron Hernandez, and Bjorn Werner. Matakevich is a Stratford native who attended St. Joseph High School. He is Temple's first Walter Camp All-American since Paul Palmer in 1986. Matakevich is the only football bowl subdivision player to lead his team in tackles in every game this season. He led the Owls with 138 tackles, including 15.5 tackles for loss. He also had 5 interceptions and 4.5 quarterback sacks. In addition, he received both the Chuck Bednarik Award and the Bronco Nagurski Awards that are given to the best defensive player in college football. He also was the American Athletic Conference Defensive Player of the Year. You can read more about his accomplishments at nhregister.com. You know, I don't know if I ever, looking at director Eric Gengen on the other side of the camera there, about 3 years ago I was covering the Walter Camp All-Americans because the players make a visit to a place called the Ferroletto Center, which, if you don't know what it is a rehab facility for some of the most profoundly developmentally disabled kids, and they always bring some of the players down for a little visit, just to kind of get the kids and the staff, let them visit and have a little fun with the kids. But 3 years ago, I was covering a story as the Trumbull Times editor, and there was a guy there named Rontez Miles who had gone to a small college called California College of Pennsylvania. He had made the All-America team, and was a marginal NFL prospect, and he did something I'd never actually seen before. There was a girl there who had made a thank you note for the players, but she was nonverbal. As I mentioned, these kids are, a lot of them, very developmentally disabled. She was nonverbal, and he asked the staff how she communicated with them, and they responded that she communicated in sign, that she could speak, but she could sign, but she couldn't speak. So Rontez Miles got on the floor, played with her for a few minutes, talked to her in sign, and then he told me that he related from his own life story. He related to kids that were really having to overcome a lot of adversity. Rontez actually was not drafted. He spent 2 years on the Jet practice squad, and then last year, when he was actually named to the active roster, he had a horrible leg injury that could have ended his career. Instead, it didn't. He was able to come back this year and actually earned himself a 3-year contract with the New York Jets. So I just wanted to kind of pass that story along, because every time I think about athletes get a bad rap sometimes, particularly NFL athletes getting into legal troubles, things like that, I always like to just sort of mention that story as Eric puts up a picture of Rontez there, number 45, intercepting Eli Manning there. Thank you, Eric. I'm a Giant fan myself there. I was devastated at the loss because my wife is a Jet fan, but I was happy for Rontez there. So I just wanted to share that story because I really, I just remember from 3 years ago, I really enjoyed his visit. Speaking of football, Emmett O'Brien Tech has started a GoFundMe crowdfunding page for their football program. We know we cover a lot of FCX sports here, and the Fairfield County programs are among the largest in the state, but just a few miles away, there are teams struggling to even get on the field. The Emmett O'Brien Tech Condor football team, based in Ansonia. These are kids that, in addition to a full academic curriculum, also spend hours every week learning a trade. They've got a page on GoFundMe.com. According to the page, the Emmett O'Brien Gridiron Club, a recognized not-for-profit organization responsible for the near total funding for high school students to participate in high school football at Emmett O'Brien Technical High School. This is the 6th year of the football programs. The group of parents has been working to start the program and also make sure it financially survives, because being a tech school under the auspices of the state, the team does not get virtually any funding from the school. The club has funded uniforms, all padding and protective equipment, helmets, practice uniforms, field equipment, and any other equipment the team or coaches need. The program started in 2011 with about 30 players and now has grown to over 50, which is a bit of a problem because they only had 50 uniforms, and those are now all 5 years old. After 5 years, they're in need of replacement, and they need more practice equipment. According to the page, we are in need of your help, and we know 50-plus boys who would otherwise not have an opportunity to play that would greatly appreciate people allowing them to continue their high school football experience. You can check that out at the GoFundMe.com site. Just search for Emmett O'Brien Football. All right, we're going to take one more break, and when we come back, we're going to run down the athletes of the week. It was a busy week on the hardwood and on the ice of the FCX schools. We're going to get to that right after this.
Denali is your outdoor retail destination in the Westfield Trumbull Mall. For the last 21 years, we have carefully selected clothing, footwear, and gear from a variety of the best outdoor brands, such as the North Face, Patagonia, Vineyard Vines, UGG, Merrell, GoPro, New Balance, and many more. Our stores have a friendly, knowledgeable staff to help you with all of your running, hiking, and cold weather needs, and in discovering all things outdoorsy and awesome. Visit us in the Westfield Trumbull Mall or online at DenaliOutdoor.com.
When you experience a sports injury, you want to get better and fast. Coastal Ortho Express gives you direct access to orthopedic care quickly. Their physicians are fellowship trained in sports medicine at world-class universities and are also team doctors for area football teams. For specialized personal care of sports injuries, go to Coastal Ortho Express, open Monday through Saturday in the iPark building, 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk, or coastalorthoexpress.com. Coastal Orthopedics, keeping you on the move.
Do you do a lot of running around but get nowhere when you're buying a car? Visit Pamby Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram for the one-stop buying experience and stop spinning your wheels.
Walter Stewart's Market in New Canaan is your local destination for the best of the holidays. Shop Stewart's for the freshest produce, certified prime rib roasts, magnolia wreaths, fresh baked pies, gingerbread houses, Christmas candies, and the season's best wine and craft brews right next door at Stewart's Spirits. Shop Walter Stewart's, 229 Elm Street in New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
I'm John Kovach. I'm a newspaper editor. I'm a high school football coach. I'm a television presenter, and I want you to love fishing as much as I do. Tune in to Yankee Fisherman, Thursdays at 1 on the HAN network. It's like going to the tackle shop without leaving your office.
Okay, and it's now time for my favorite part of the Nutmeg Week. That is the FCX boys and girls athletes of the week. We have 17 nominees for this Winter Week 5. First, we're going to run down last week's winners. Ridgefield girls ice hockey, Megan Hyatt. And on the boys' side, Fairfield Ward's Giacomo Brancato. Hyatt collected 72% of the votes, 6,292 votes in total. Claire Perry of Stamford West Hill Staples ice hockey was a distant second place with 11%. Hyatt had 2 goals and an assist to spark a third-period comeback in Ridgefield's 5-3 victory over Greenwich. Her first goal put the Tigers ahead 4-3. She then collected an insurance goal to end the scoring. Brancato received 6,801 votes, good for 67%. No one else even cracked double digits. Brancato scored the game's final 4 points, all in the last 20 seconds, as Ward rallied to beat Trinity Catholic 72-69. His layup gave Ward the lead, and then following a Trinity turnover, he got the offensive rebound when a teammate missed the front end of a 1-on-1. Brancato was then fouled and hit both free throws to seal the win for Fairfield Ward. And finally, so this week's nominees, as I said, we had 17 of them. You can look at their profiles and some of their stats and achievements at live.han.network. That's also where you go to vote. Rob Adams and I will bring you the winners next week. The nominees on the boys' side: Fairfield Ice Hockey, Jake Fuss, 2 goals in a 4-1 win over Ridgefield. Eric Day of Brian McMahon basketball. The junior came off the bench to score 22 points in the 60-53 win over Stamford. John Williams of Wilton boys basketball scored 21 points as the Warriors beat St. Joseph 64-55. Wilton basketball teammate James Maloney is your next nominee, a 6'4" senior forward who hadn't played basketball for 2 seasons. He had 20 points and 13 rebounds in that aforementioned win over St. Joe's, the 6th straight for the Warriors. New Canaan basketball player Tyler Sweeney is your next nominee. He scored 21 points to lead the Rams to a 46-43 over arch-rival Darien Monday. He had 4 points at the half, then 17 in the second. Also on Friday against Trinity Catholic, he scored 22 points in the loss. Mike Mosian of Greenwich Ice Hockey had a hand in 5 Cardinal goals as Greenwich defeated New Canaan 6-3 on Monday at the Hamel Rink. He also had a goal and an assist in a 5-2 win over Trumbull on Saturday. Greenwich is the last unbeaten team in the state. Stamford West Hill swimmer Peter Lebedev also is the next nominee. 2 wins as the co-op defeated Norwalk McMahon 96-89 on Wednesday. He won the 100 backstroke and was 3rd in the 200 individual medley. Trinity Catholic basketball player Contavio Dutrail is your next nominee. The sophomore had a pair of double-doubles as the Crusaders improved to 5-2, 14.7 rebounds against Pomperog, then 10 points, 14 boards against New Canaan. And your final nominee is Darien wrestler Austin Appleby. He's been on a bit of a winning streak, winning most of his matches by pins in the 145-pound class. He took down an East Haven wrestler in 146 and then beat an Enfield opponent in 123 to lead the wave. On the girls' side, we have Stamford West Hill Staples hockey player Kyra Dalbello. Her goal lifted the Stamford West Hill Staples co-op to a 4-3 win over Greenwich. That was her second goal of the game for her. Ridgefield basketball player Jessica Camarda, a senior, scored a game-high 19 points in a 67-42 win over Greenwich. St. Joseph basketball player Shannon Healy had her best overall game of the season in a 30-27 win over Wilton, 7 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 block shots. Carolyn Prezioso is your next nominee for the Trumbull St. Joe's girls ice hockey team. She scored 2 goals and assisted on another as the Trumbull St. Joe's co-op beat Fairfield, Ludlow, and Ward 4-1. Tiana England of Stamford basketball is your next nominee, 25 points in a 54-44 win over Norwalk. Darien ice hockey player Chandler Kirby, who you heard from earlier, helped the Blue Wave keep rival New Canaan off the board for much of the game as the Blue Wave beat the Rams 3-2. The Wave actually now have a record of 8-0 in the FCIAC, 9-1 overall. Her counterpart across the ice, Amanda Hill, New Canaan freshman goalie, had 25 saves in that aforementioned crazy game against Darien on Saturday. She made 15 stops during the second frame. West Hill basketball player Olivia Wise is your final Girls Athlete of the Week nominee. She had a game-high 19 as the Vikings downed Brian McMahon 43-13 on Tuesday. She hit 2 3-pointers and was 5 of 6 from the free throw line. You can read up on them and vote at live.han.network. And with that, that's going to bring us to the end of another Nutmeg Sports. Where does the time go? I'll be back tomorrow along with Rob Adams. Until then, we'll see you.